The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on second down. Darnold. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. Wilkinson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 95 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And this is what you got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fights through him, breaks through the contact, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, How about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Butker's kick here is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Big hold of the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Darnold. And this one too low.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Going for it all. And that is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
I know you feel that.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Oh, what a move. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Baby, let's go.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Fighting through. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The give is to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter. San Diego in possession of the football. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Jones. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Red Dragons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, They're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Mike 29. All day. All day.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Here's Darnold. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Wilkinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Faking the give, Darnold. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another 1st down.
They'll run on first down. Wilkinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Darnold now to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Big stop, let's go.
Now it's Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Red Dragons are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On second down, Weathers. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start things out in the AFC South. Tennessee at home taking on Houston, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium, and they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Mac Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, here's Jones. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Slant pass to Boyd.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Kenny Clark, and that'll drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That doesn't start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right place.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Third and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, man. It hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick-6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Weathers, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Personal foul. Rubbing the captain.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
2nd and 5.
Now they'll They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently, neither guy is immune.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Second down and 7.
Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Darnold.
Open man right side is Tony.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, Wilkinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Darnold.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Weathers. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Weathers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later. to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not too much going there, as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. One slipped away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Darnold from the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. A strong run there when he gets it, especially around the goal line like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 24-23. And time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. Nice things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's back to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go.
And it's going to bring up a third down.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job there defensively.
To your point, it's a nice job. You're knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. About to hit 30 seconds. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
And the Packers have just about summed up this football game.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week. Another one here. Remember, he's not a DB. He's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On third down, Wilkinson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this was basically just an exhibition game for them, as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.